What is up, everyone? This is Tuzlo, aka Seabass, and today we're at my cousin's Scion XB. So he requested me to change out the head unit to something a little bit more modern. Unfortunately, the GPS, or the maps I should say, on this head unit are not the greatest, and it's not really responsive. It's not quick. It's kind of laggy, and honestly, it feels outdated, even though this is out of a 2015 TC. But I would show you guys the map, but I don't want to show where I live, so but anyways, we're gonna be switching it out to a newer Pioneer with wireless CarPlay. Yeah, wireless Apple CarPlay. And we're gonna give him backup camera as well. So first thing, obviously, you want to remove these, and then we're gonna have two Phillips heads, and we're gonna go ahead and remove those, and then we should be able to pull forward on the whole assembly. So you can see we pull it off, and we're gonna disconnect these right here. I actually got the car running because it's a little hot right now, so I kind of want to cool down the car a bit. But honestly, when we remove this, you can see we're gonna have stuff to disconnect right here. So let's go ahead and do that. So then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws to undo, and the head unit should come out. So there's our GPS antenna, and oof, got a lot of wires to disconnect, but basically just disconnect everything in the back, yo. So yeah, there you have it. Look at that. That thing is pretty beefy. There's a lot of wires hanging out from it, but I kid you not, this has everything needed if you want the setup to work on your car. So we have USB and aux right here, like ready to go. I just never finished installing it. I was actually gonna route this to right here where the aux is at. Sorry for the dirty car. I guess my cousin's dirty. But anyways, I never finished routing it up. So you have USB and aux, and then you have the actual microphone for voice calling. There you go. It still has the 3M tape on the other side. And then you have the GPS antenna right there. And this is, I kid you not, plug and play to pretty much any Toyota. You can see you got that plug, the original one, and then I believe the other ones are right there. But this is like everything needed, down to the antenna, plug and play. So if you guys are interested in this, hit me up. I do have a whole video installation on this, and yes, it does have the navigation unit. You can see right here, that's the navigation unit. Usually these don't come with this bottom section, and that's the part number. So hit me up on Instagram if you're interested in buying that, because it's gonna go for sale. So here we go. This is pretty much how it looks, pretty exposed. We're really only going to focus on I believe these two right here. Sorry about that. Then the camera's pointing down. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and switch over the brackets to the new one. So we're going to be installing our backup camera, and in order to do that, you have to install the camera somewhere right here. So I have to take off this access panel. They're only being held on by the, and what we're gonna do is we're going to get this wire right here and send our cable through here all the way down so that it could pop up right here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this. So what I did so far was I poked a hole right there, and I was able to get the wire through there very easy. And we're gonna come back to this, but first I want to get the wire all the way over there. So this is where this comes in handy, because we're gonna do this, and we're just going to feed it all along the side, make it pop out through here. I already got it out. Let's see, I already got it out. So now we can go ahead. And remove our wire. This is by far the worst part of the installation because you have to slip that wire through here. And this is already really tiny wire to slip through, but I've seen other ones where you have to run the RCA cable through here because of the backup camera. But luckily this is just like a little tiny plug. So I was able to sneak it in through here with the coat hanger and the screwdriver. So now I could just slip it through. Let's go ahead and put it back on. I swear I don't do this on purpose, guys, but I done fucked up. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from here. I'm gonna stop working on cars, I swear to God. So simple mistake. It's fine. I don't think it's gonna affect it that much. I'm not gonna take it out again. But anyways, I already got it run through here. You can see, good to go. So we're gonna start popping off these panels and we're gonna route this to the front. So I kind of skipped over. I already ran the wire down. It comes out through here from the hatch area, and then I basically ran it down through here. This right here easily comes off. It just pops right out. You got clips right here, and then you have a 14 millimeter right here that you have to pry up. This, you just pry it up with anything, a flathead screwdriver, and then it'll expose a 14 millimeter bolt right here. You take off that bolt, and then this whole thing, you're able to pull it off. All I did was just run the wire down. There's a set of wires right here from the original harness. So I just ran it down along it. I kind of twisted it and I ran it up underneath the speaker right here. I ran it under the speaker and then it came out through here. So here it is. So let's get the other side of the harness and keep going forward. So here I have the other harness, and basically all we're gonna do is connect it right here, and we're still gonna run the thicker wire all along the door panel through here, through the front, and we're gonna make it come out through right here. So I get it, it looks like a mess, but I kid you not, it's really not a mess. All it is just that single wire. All I did was I ran it from down here up here, twisted it. It's over the cabin air filter right here, twisted right there, and here it is out into the radio area. So all I did was remove the little cup holder right here, the glove box. Pretty easy to remove the glove box, to just squeeze in both of the sides and it should be able to fall down. And with that, I should be able to just put it back in really easy. If you guys haven't done it, I could probably do it right now real quick for you guys. Just kind of sits on the tabs. And there you go. That's simple. So let's go ahead and put our little cup holder back. Here's our harness. I'm gonna zip tie everything once I'm done, but basically right here, what we're gonna look at, so it's only 3 wires. Let me just show you guys real quick. So here it is. These are the 3 wires. I have a black one, which is your ground, and then I have a red one, which is going to be your accessory. Make sure to put this in accessory, guys. Do not put this in constant 12 volts or you're going to drain your battery. But anyways, this is the one with the inline fuse. So we're gonna wire these 2 up to our factory harness, which should be fine. And then this is the brown one for the camera, the input, and this one we're gonna hook up to the back of the receiver. And in order for the trigger for the reverse, the stereo is going to have that purple wire. So what we're going to do with that purple wire is we're going to come over here to our fuse box area or our junction where we could tap into the reverse from the reverse light from the rear. That's how I've been doing it. It hasn't affected my cars, and we're gonna go ahead and look into that. But I believe it's a black on red wire that we're gonna tap into, but I will get into that once we get there. But at this moment, let's go ahead and put our stereo back in, since I'm pretty much here exactly in this area now. All right, so we're back right here. I finished soldering the wires from the reverse camera. So I didn't want to cut it because I don't want to solder these, so I just bundled it up, the RCA input for the rear view camera. So there's our harness for that, and then we have our ground and our 12-volt accessory. And what I did to that was I went right here to the harness, and all I did was just cut it and bring them together, each one. And in order for me to not bundle up the extra wire, so what I did with the brilliant idea, I cut the extra wire and then I soldered that as well to the reverse trigger. So there you go, I soldered it, and now I have this very long wire that I'm going to run back here under here, the dash, and right here in the fuse area to connect it to the reverse gear, to the reverse trigger, so that the head unit shows the backup camera. So now at this point, all I gotta do is just connect everything to the back of the stereo, put it back in, and it should be done right here. So we got the main connector hooked up, the USB, the reverse, the GPS signal. I don't know why do I need a GPS signal, but it has Apple CarPlay. Oh, there's a loose dog. It has Apple CarPlay, but I don't think we need a GPS antenna for that. Not sure what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and just connect it, and I'm gonna put it on the frame of the dashboard because it is magnetic. So we're gonna do that, and I guess I forgot the microphone. So yeah, I got the microphone right here. We're gonna need to run that as well, but that goes right here. We're gonna connect it, and we're gonna run it all along to somewhere around here, maybe put it right here. And so I put everything back together. It's not screwed in yet. You can see I still haven't screwed it in because I kind of just want to see the fitment on it. Really not a fan of these side pieces because you can see it kind of leaves like a gap between. Dude, that's crazy. Wireless CarPlay. Wireless CarPlay though. I don't want to show the maps because you guys are going to see where I live. But anyways, no cables. Look, here's a USB. No cables, wireless CarPlay. That's awesome. Ah, dude. I love what Pioneer does with these head units, man. I'm not a fan of those Chinese, like, eBay, Amazon, like, super generic looking head units. I just like the simplicity and look of the Pioneer head units. This only cost me around $270, and the fact that it just has wireless CarPlay is amazing. So all my cousin wanted was maps. That's all he wanted, maps and reverse camera. He has an awesome cousin that does shit for him. All right, but we're not done yet, guys. Remember, we still have to kind of like make this a little bit tidy. So all I did was I just ran it underneath, and I'm just gonna zip tie it right here and kind of run the wire all along right here. It's barely going to be noticeable. And the reverse trigger, I'm still going to show you guys how to install that, but I'm going to go ahead and clean up just a little bit real quick. Shut up. All right, so I ran my wire from over here to right here. You can see it's coming down, and I tapped it right here on the reverse. So what color is the reverse? Let's go see. So I came over here and I unplugged my connector. Usually reverse is a single wire, single color wire. The brake lights are usually the green ones. I think that's how it was on my Celica or on my dad's Matrix as well. And we're looking at the black on red wire. So I'm gonna plug it back in because I just want to make sure. So then we come to our harness here, and we're gonna look for a black on red. You can see right there, black on red. That's where I tapped in. I extended the wire a little bit. Probably did this the stupid way, but you could probably just use like a T adapter and just go off that way, but this way works as well. So let's just double check where the keys. Oh, did I leave them in the back? Probably. All right, so let's come over here. Let's test the reverse. Don't want to drain the battery. Reverse. Boom. So I don't have it installed right now correctly, but you can see reverse is working. So I kind of just shoved the wires, I zip tied it right here, and I kind of just shoved them in there. I was like, screw it, it's fine. But that's where we got the microphone mounted. It's all right. Anyways, let's go ahead and put that back on and finish up in the rear. And so there you have it. That's where I ended up putting it. Dude, these buttons suck. They just melt. So I got to buy them a new one. But kind of put it in the middle. Feel like it's pretty good. It's on there pretty good. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I didn't put any bolts on it, nuts or screws. But other than that, that's the finished product, guys. Pretty easy install. If you can skip the whole soldering thing, you don't have to solder, but if you just want that secure connection, highly recommend you solder. But I cannot get this glare out of here, guys. I'm so sorry.